Well, Liberatore did deal.
Yeah, okay.
He did.
We talked about it.
Well, no, I'm saying, so for today, Liberatore, Liberatore shoved last night.
Kids.
And I do think that's an interesting story for next year, because if anybody really thinks the Cardinals are going to go acquire 3 major league quality starting pitchers, now I think they have to acquire 2.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably trade for 1 and sign 1. But come on now, if Zach Thompson pitches really well down the stretch, if Liberatore pitches really well down the stretch, even if Dakota Hudson pitches okay, come on now. You know what's going to happen this winter. They're going to say that 5th spot is going to be a competition between those folks and the Woodfords and the McGreeveys of the world. Like, even if you disagree with that, which I understand, you know they're going to do that.
I wouldn't even be tremendously upset with that.
I get it.
Because I would think that it'd be fair to say, okay, one of these 4 guys gets that job. I think banking on 1 out of 4 isn't a crazy bank. And that's why I get upset about people talking about, well, maybe it'll be Lance Lynn.
Well,
I'm like, hold on. Lance Lynn's going to be 37. I'd rather have that competition with the young kids than someone who's 37.
I knew you were going to say that. My whole argument about Lance Lynn this whole time. By the way, has he pitched again?
He's had 2 starts that I've heard of.
Flaherty got lit up like a Christmas tree, didn't he?
Oh, he had 8 strikeouts.
Oh, he did?
Well, I think he gave up, 3 runs in 5 innings?
Maybe that was somebody else I was thinking of.
He didn't pitch great, but he didn't pitch poorly.
Oh, okay.
I know Flaherty has 8 Ks in both games. In Lynn's first couple starts, he had a sub-3 ERA. My whole point on Lance Lynn was, if you bring back Lance Lynn, that has to be the 5th starter.
Right.
So everybody knows that. That has to be Lance Lynn instead of Zach Thompson or Liberatore. You still need to get 2 starters that are better than Miles Michaelis, in my opinion.
Yeah. Maybe I was thinking of like DeYoung. Somebody put a stat line up.
DeYoung's awful.
Yeah,
Flaherty
up in Toronto.
He didn't pitch great,
okay,
but it was kind of what he was doing here, but he's striking out a lot more guys.
It was a whatever kind of start.
How about our boy, though, dude? Like, he's just a confident dude now. The Kiz dog. Man, oh, man. Hitting bombs, doing his thing. Nice interview afterwards.
Dude, when he gets consistent at-bats, he's been pretty good.
Look at his line since July 1st. Pretty dang good. It's pretty dang good, man. I don't know. I should have wrote it down so I had it in front of me, but I just didn't, Cole. I just didn't.
It'll take me 2 minutes. I'll be all right.
It's all good.
2 minutes?
How's the internet today? It's pretty good, eh? It's popping back up.
The internet hasn't been fantastic. Well, it wasn't fantastic over there, so it's kind of hit or miss. But for right now, I can look up whatever dang stat you want me to.
Yeah, man, I'm a stat kind of guy today.
All right, you said since June 1st?
Yeah.
Or July?
OPS plus.
No, July 1st.
July 1st.
Yeah, don't go back to June.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pump his tires up here.
All right, hold up.
Start with his best 5 games in a row.
Yeah, and just tell me his
I
best.
love the Kids. I'm always rooting for the Kids.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm waiting. We'll figure it out. But
we'll figure it out. It's pretty good. How's that?
Yeah. when he gets consistent at bats, I mean, hell, look at this 4 games. He played 4 games in a row between July 26th. Well, maybe he took 1 day off, but between July 26th and July 30th, he had 7 hits in a 4-game span.
He's hitting the ball, man.
You want the stats?
Dude, yeah, here we go.
Hey, thanks, Charlie.
Since July 1st, batting average, 356, which Charlie doesn't care about. On-base percentage, also 356. I would like you to draw a walk, please. But OPS, 1,000.
Okay.
OPS of 1,000.
Okay.
And his last week?
I think Newt's been killing it, too,
Yeah,
since July.
Well, Newt did this last year, remember. Newt was really bad first half, was exceptional second half. And then this year, Newt was okay, but also banged up first half.
Yeah, he got banged up.
If you look at Newt's OPS, he's right up there with Goldie, I think. Like 825, 826. I mean, he's
season-wise?
Yeah. For OPS.
Well,
what is it?
I don't know what Goldie's is, but his is 831. Wow. Yeah,
I think it's the second best on the team.
Well, I'm telling you this: his OPS plus is 128. I know off the top of my head that Goldschmidt's is like about 129.
Oh wow!
So they're right there, neck and neck.
I like that, Lars, man.
Hey, Paul Goldschmidt's OPS plus has dropped off 50 points this year. Are we concerned about that?
I am, but I think it's interesting that it all comes down to expectations. Think about this.
Yeah.
So we're happy with Nootbaar to have an OPS plus of 128, which is great.
Due to his role in the team versus Goldschmidt's role.
But also, don't you think that he's kind of the outfielder that everybody wants to keep? Of all this bucket of outfielders that everybody wants to trade all of them, I feel like most people at this point are saying, let's keep Newt. What I'm saying, though, is everybody's saying Goldie's having a terrible year when his year is kind of the same as Newt's. But that shows you the expectations for Goldie because he's coming off an MVP season where he was much better. Still,
Should have traded him.
I know, but his bad years are still pretty dang good.
Yeah.
This is a bad year for Goldie, and his OPS plus is the same as Newt's.
I've always liked
essentially.
Newt.
For Lars Nootbaar, Jesus, his on-base percentage since the beginning of July is .408. That'll work.
Yeah.
And his OPS is .985.
He's got a good eye, doesn't he, Cole?
Yeah.
He's got a good eye.
And his batting average is .315. So even when he is making contact,
He's calmed
the
down.
ball's
a lot.
going in play.
He's calmed down a lot, too.
Yeah, I didn't like the whole Skippy attitude that he
you're
had.
right.
Like,
No,
"Woo,
and we
yeah,
were saying
pepper grinder.
And
No.
look, I evaluate everybody. That this was kind of goofy to me. And
Yeah.
I know I took flack for even saying that, but now he's kind of chilled out and he just does his thing. I like him
You know why he has?
because he listened to us.
Because they're losing.
Okay.
Well, except for the last couple games. But you can't be super fun guy.
No, I know.
When you're in last place.
No, I know,
think-
and he's not.
Well, I think next
Well,
year
they've been
if
losing
they're
all
good-
season.
Okay,
But now they're okay. I get
but
your point.
early
I get
on in
your
the
point.
season, all right, you're still trying to find your groove. Now, unfortunately, you're just a losing team. You can't be super fun guy,
No.
pepper grinder. You can't prank people in the
No,
clubhouse.
you can. You can do whatever you want. You can do that, and people still do it, and that would annoy the hell out of me, and he's just not doing it. Now, if they were winning games, maybe he'd still do the pepper. I don't know, but he's just not doing it now, and I like his style.
You mean to tell me that when the Devils were on a 4-game losing streak, you weren't pranking Marty Brodeur in the locker room?
Hell no. No, man, like you're getting evaluated by the big dog. Like Lou's looking into your soul. If you lose 2 in a row, man, like he's like, whoa, what's going on here? Because our teams were loaded. I did break another top 5 list, by the way, but I'll get in that later.
All right.
No big deal.
So, Nootbaar, OPS plus 128. Goldschmidt's right now. He has been struggling.
Yeah.
121.
Ooh.
I tell you, those August and Septembers have not been kind to him recently.
So, I mean, Nootbaar is right up there with the Arenados and the Gormans of the world this year for being the Cardinals, one of their best offensive players.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If you want to go to a Cardinal game, you could find some cheap-ass tickets. I just read an article in the paper today about they're like bottom 7 as far as ticket prices are concerned. They're really cheap. You could find a $6 ticket against the Mets coming in town.
I bet you can.
You can.
You know
hey, man,
what?
I'm just letting y'all know. I want y'all to go back down there and spend money and do their thing. They even brought up Broadway Oyster Bar. They're kind of slacking a little bit the past couple weeks or months or whatever it is. But if you buy a cheap ticket, go down there, spend some money in the city. And you'll get a good deal.
They're just all hanging out underneath the arch.
Yeah, they are.
They used to go to Busch Stadium. Now they
that
all
like
go
a
underneath
barbecue
the
thing down there?
Have a little.
I go there at night.
Hey, fireworks every single night. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be the 4th of July.
There is fireworks, everything. So anyway,
Let me tell you something. Those 4th of July fireworks downtown, when I was driving down with my daughter and everybody literally stopped on the bridge. Traffic stopped. Pretty cool, though.
yeah, no, I know.
Safety hazard for sure, but also cool.
no doubt, man.
You know how this is. And Cole, you will.
I've seen it.
And I'm only saying this, no, I'm talking about in St. Louis.
Oh.
Because everybody's got a guy with tickets and whatnot. And then you start to have friend groups and people got tickets and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you start to get on the email chains or the text chains. Hey, I got tickets for such and such game. Anybody want to go? You've seen this.
Yeah.
We all see this on
course.
social media and with your buddies. And in past years, oh, yeah, I want to go. And now somebody sends out the text. Hey, I want to go to the game against the A's. Anybody want to come? And no one responds.
The thing is, for me, though, I don't even look at the team you're playing. I don't even care what your record is. That's just like, is it a 2 o'clock game on a Saturday? Oh, it's 74 degrees out? Oh, you want a pregame at Patty? Yeah, I'll go. I got time. I'll go. That's my decision making. I'm not looking at like, well, if they were a little bit better, I'd be more into. No, it's like, what day is it? How's the weather? And do I feel like partying?
Well, at this point, you might as well wait for September when it's going to be a little bit cooler.
No doubt, dude. That directly affects me, man. I cannot sit in the sun like that. I'll
Mason
be
Wynn.
embarrassing.
And Mason Wynn.
And Mason Wynn's going to get
Hopefully
called up.
will be a
but even
reason
that,
why.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because he's not going to be good when he first comes up.
How do you know?
He might be, but
Okay, I'm
Hater.
playing the odds that
I just want to go see
It
Busch
is-
Stadium and cruise around and not sweat my ass off when I shake somebody's hand. My hands are so soaked that they immediately pull away like, oh, you're gross. I'm like, man, hit the rock next time then. Drives me nuts.
Scooter in U City says, Matt, my dog ate my homework whitener.
Oh, my God, the excuses on him. Whoo! Wow.
I have to ask, though, because
What?
you know I always do this. How
Yeah.
many games have you gone to this year?
What?
How many Cardinals games have you gone to?
Let me check the paper out real quick. There's nothing.
Oh.
None.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it. None.
But it's not. That's not a shot at you.
Yeah.
This is everybody. I think everybody goes to a couple games anyway. But if the team's bad, you're much less likely to go to a game.
Yeah, normal people.
Don't look down.
Don't you think we're all normal?
No, again, I told you I don't look at it like that. I look at it like the weather, what time,
How about
and
playoffs,
the mood. Hell yeah.
Think about that.
That's a different story.
October, playoff
Yes.
baseball, everybody wants to be downtown.
Yeah, and I'll watch the game. And I'll sit and actually watch the game during the playoffs. This is more like, let's go cruise. I want to mingle. What was Auerbach like when he first started doing it? Because he was crazy as a pitcher. Because I see these things popping up when you just do crazy stuff on the mound. Was he pretty hardcore when he first started, Auerbach, calling the games and stuff like that?
That was like back in the old Channel 11
yeah.
days. I don't know. Everything seemed awesome to me then.
I know, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
In every way, in the early 90s and stuff when you're watching sports, it just felt differently, man. Everything was different about it.
My mom sent me a picture.
Was she
Last
doing?
week, she was with Auerbach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Big Al?
Yeah. I was
He's
like,
cool,
what's
man.
going
He's
on?
always good to me. Auerbach. Always nice to me. Let's see here.
Hawk was the vice president of baseball operations for the White Sox. That had been around the Tony La Russa era.
Was
85.
he? Oh, I was going to say, was he responsible for the shorts?
So that was what, late 70s we decided?
Yeah, that was what's his name did that. I remember that. You know him.
We had Hawk on the previous show once,
Wait, which previous show?
morning after. This was probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
I believe he at one point was trying to be a professional golfer. Yeah, look at this. He competed in the 1972 British Open. Missed the cut by one stroke.
Oh, wow, dude.
Think about that. How good you are.
the British Open.
I'm sorry, the Open Challenge.
The Open. That's you
So
got to
he
be
played.
pretty damn good.
He played 8 years Major League. Then his year away from being from the game, almost made the British Open.
Hey, people
Way to
are
go,
asking.
kid.
Auerbach's not in the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
No.
How long was he here?
Oh, yeah, but look what he's been doing.
You mean like for just like the totality of his?
Yes, of course. You know. You think of Cardinal
many-
baseball, don't you think of Auerbach pops in your head? If
Well,
you do
I
one,
personally think of Matthew Liberatore, but to each their own.
and of course Andrew Kisner.
Do yourself a favor and just Google Auerbach and see the picture that comes up.
Oh, he's crazy looking.
No,
Let me see
he
that
looks
mug.
awesome.
Dude, he looks bad. That's what I'm saying.
He looks like Michael McDonald.
He looks mean,
Hey.
badass,
like
emotional. Like I love that, dude. I'm just watching highlights of him the other day. I'm like, I thought he was already in the Hall of Fame.
All right, this is
Hell, he's been around forever.
Cam. This is a taste of Hawk Harrelson. The White Sox
All right.
almost hit a walk-off home run, but they didn't, and he is the home broadcaster.
Okay.
The count. That ball hit high and deep, way back, and hit not quite out of here. Damn it. Mercy.
Mercy.
That's
No.
cool, man.
You've heard this. He gone.
He go.
He gone. Stretch.
Auerbach, two
And
top
this
5
ball
Cy
game
Young
is
finishes.
over.
How many years was he with the Cardinals playing?
He is with the Cardinals for 8 years. Here's the thing. He was with the Cardinals for their absolute worst 8-year stretch.
Oh, really?
The 70s were brutal. It was this year a lot of years.
Really?
Yeah, it was tough.
But 2 top 5 Cy Young.
I mean-
2 top 16 MVP years.
Dude.
MVP for a freaking relief pitcher.
8 years with the Cardinals, although bad years, and then he stays here and does.
I mean,
all
I'm
this
not.
for
Hey,
20
listen,
years.
I don't want to say like I'm
just saying-
anti-Al.
I'm just asking.
Put Al on the ballot.
I'm just asking.
Jose Oquendo's getting in this year.
Yeah, he should.
Who else is it? Oh, Max Lanier from
No, I don't know
the
him.
20s or the 30s.
Oh, okay.
And they're still giving away the David Freese poster, so I mean everybody's going to be there.
Okay.
How about
I'm
it?
just curious. That's all.
Make that poster. Somebody's getting it.
Somebody's getting
They might
it.
have to scratch off some font.
Yeah.
Just say, David Freese Hall of Fame Day. David Freese, he was a great player day.
David Freese, why David Freese, why not day?
David Freese, we already made the posters day.
Yeah.
David Freese, this is the last great moment in Cardinal history day. This is the last memorable thing that happened
That keeps popping up too everywhere.
a long time ago.
That keeps popping up, man.
As it
Down-
should.
And all I just love when they pan to all the fans. They're freezing their ass off that game in 2011. They're freezing. Everybody's like, "Oh God, that's the last out."
Where
Oh,
were you?
man.
Where were you?
I was
when
in
the freezer
Dallas,
had his
Texas.
hit?
I was in Dallas, Texas, playing against the Stars.
Where were you, Charlie Marlowe?
I was in the frickin' media room,
Yeah,
which
baby.
is what's made me mad, which is why the rest of my life I made sure I never missed any of those moments.
How about you, Cole?
When Freeze did that, I don't even know. Let's
Yeah.
see. I would have been 12 years old, 6th grade. I was at my house probably watching.
I
Probably.
was at home for that one too. I got Cardinal access the next year actually for the first time. But I was there the next night. Wait, 2 nights later.
You got that freeze bomb?
Oh, I can pull it
Yeah,
up.
I want to hear. And do we have his audio of his? I think Jimmy was talking. Was it Jimmy talking to him afterwards? I just want to hear what he had to say.
After freeze?
Yeah. No. Kiz. I want to see his Kiz's.
Kiz bomb or the
Kiz
freeze?
bomb.
I'm sorry, the Kiz bomb from last night.
All right, I'll
And
pull that up.
We've heard the freeze bomb.
I was about to say, you want to hear that again?
No, no,
I'm
no.
sure-
I mean, why not? I want to hear the Jose Oquendo bomb too.
We will see you tomorrow night.
I'm about to say, I think we can
it.
all recite that.
What are you saying?
I didn't say anything.
That's historical.
I didn't say anything.
It goes back to what
I
Jack
know it
said,
did.
I believe, for
I know
was
he
it the
does.
Kirby
I think
Puckett?
Jack-
Kirby Puckett would be the
little bit
first
more
one there.
emotional. Jack did
And
it.
Kirby Puckett and
All right.
First of all, he's calling a down the middle broadcast.
I know.
He can't root for a team.
I know.
Cardinals.
I hope Joe calls in
I
one of
didn't
these days.
say anything.
One of these days.
I
Now,
didn't say
Zach's
anything.
no longer on the show.
I didn't say anything. It's a little bit more emotional. That's all. No big deal.
I like Joe.
Get it? So do I.
Joe's a good guy.
Great guy. Great guy.
Well,
You got that? No, none
we
of
got
that.
we got kids.
Let's hear the bomb.
And then after this, we're gonna have Liberatore talking to Mr. the Cat.
Okay.
First pitch swing, fly ball well hit left. Arozarena sprinting to the track, to the wall. That ball is gone. Kisner ambushed him. It's 2-0 Cardinals.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, he did a little like, what's up, what's up, what's up, with his hands.
So it was something like that.
That was giving the dap to us.
All right, then here's
Outtakes intro.
Liberatore.
Matthew Liberatore, former first-round pick of the Rays, 8 scoreless innings tonight, career-high 7 strikeouts, no walks against his former team. First time seeing these guys, I know you were excited about it. How good did that feel?
Felt awesome. I just went out with the plan to pitch my game. I didn't try and do too much, and I had confidence with my stuff in the zone tonight, and I think it made a big difference.
You were using all your pitches, fastball, changeup, curveball, seemed like you had command of everything.
Yeah, it's always fun when more than one pitch is working for you, and I happen to have a couple extra tonight too. So changeup normally isn't like that. We kind of leaned on it there quite a bit tonight, and it worked out well for me.
Now, I know you've been working on trying to boost that velo a little bit by changing body positions. Did that factor in? Because your velo was really good tonight.
Yeah, I think the adjustments that we've been trying to make and everything that we've been talking about with the strength coaches and the trainers and even Dusty and Ollie, I think it really kind of came to light tonight, and I think that's definitely a good spot to build off of.
Well, all we know for sure now is that Matthew Liberatore and the Cardinals won the Arozarena trade. Big,
course he did.
big night last night. It's done. It's done.
Of course he did.
Let it go.
Let it go. Oh, my God.
Oh, Charlie.
Oh, my gosh. Hold on.
Good morning, everybody.
It's always bad when you try to make a
Where's
joke
that?
and you can't even get the
I
first
Can we put them together
Word out?
now?
Oh, I gotta pull it up.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
I gotta scroll
Are
down.
we on the air? Good morning, everybody. Is it morning or afternoon? It's been a while.
Everything about that
It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be morning. It might be afternoon now.
11:45 p.m.
God.
The show was scheduled for 11 a.m.
People been up for 5 hours.
You get there when you get
Good
there.
morning, everybody. Oh,
It was still the morning. It wasn't noon yet.
No, it was definitely. I looked up at the clock.
I think that's just called unbridled enthusiasm for the Matthew Liberatore era. That's what it is, baby. I got you, Chuck. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Matthew Liberatore, good for you, buddy. Let's string some together. Let's have some options. Dakota. Let's have some options. Zach Thompson. Let's finish the season strong. Mason Wynn come up. Have a little fun for the last couple months.
I agree.
Good morning, everybody.
That was a hell of a show.
So the funny thing about it is that
Oh, you were there for that show.
yes, I definitely was. But these last 2 months of the season, it kind of starts to feel like the end of Blues season a little bit now.
Yeah.
When you start to look at guys like Liberatore get their shots, Dakota Hudson. I mean, figure out what's there. Starts like that are why you want to make room, why you don't need to have Flaherty and Montgomery and all those guys in the way, because you need to figure out if you got something. I don't know if it's fair to say quite yet that Liberatore is at the point where it's like make or break, but you see things like that, it helps you figure it out. I mean, as a starter, we think it's make or break, or as a major league pitcher? He's 23.
No, what I'm saying is, I think. Look, I hope he ends the year great, but I think a lot of people expected Matthew Liberatore to be much better than he has been this year, which is what, about a 6 ERA pitcher.
It's 5.7 after last night, but he won the battle against Arozarena, so it's okay now.
Yeah, I'm not writing him off, but I do think entering this year, when we heard about he put on weight, all of a sudden he's throwing harder. He's pitching much better in the minors. I think most people thought that he would be able to transition from good numbers at AAA to be solid. So last night was fantastic.
Fantastic. That was a good game. These clowns over at STL Disney were talking trash on the best radio station in St. Louis, KFNS 59 of the Fan, the best ever.
STL Disney? So
Who?
ESPN 101?
Who's chirping?
Who said what?
Who
Name
said
'em.
what?
Name them.
Name them now.
They said, well, it's whoever's on the text line. So it may be Rockio.
Oh, Rock.
He said that whoever texted this listener back said Cam and Charlie hate fun. So it has to be
it's a joke.
My middle name.
It has to be Rockio messing with us.
That's my middle name.
I was about
and
to
I think
say,
everybody knows it.
We
I'm
have to
too
roll-
much fun.
We have to
Okay.
roll over there like in the DX tank and post up
The reason
outside
why
of 101.
Eagles' wives didn't like me hanging, I'm too much fun. Okay.
You notice I made Rockio like that tweet the other day?
Yeah.
I forced him.
Yeah.
I kept texting him. I said, you're going to like this tweet or I'll bother you.
Now listen.
We love
I want
Rocky.
everybody needs to be careful. Radio wars are real.
Oh, yeah.
When we see each other, it ain't sweet. It's a real thing.
Oh, yeah. Real thing.
I get into at least 7 fights with one of the guys that host on the other station all football season.
Football season's coming up, baby.
Yep.
It's coming up, baby.
You know, look at Cole. Cole's got shoulder pads on
Cole's
right
like,
now.
"God, I can't
He's
wait."
ready. Cole puts on a different piece of football equipment every day to get ready for the
Steelers.
season.
Rawr.
Here's
Yeah.
why radio wars aren't real. And I say this with all due
not
respect,
real.
as now a radio person who used to be a TV person, and the criticism of radio people is that they never went to the games, and that is true because almost no radio people go to any of the
No.
games or practices,
No.
and that's why there's no radio wars is because they never see each other.
I don't know one person I don't like in radio. Really?
I said,
Not
hey,
one person.
not everybody. Some
a couple
some
people-
radio people go to some games and practices,
Yeah.
but for the most part,
Why are they working so
almost
hard?
none of them do.
Yeah.
Didn't you get into this business so that you don't have to do
Yes.
stuff
By the
like
way,
that?
I used to criticize that. Now I'm on the other side, so I just don't mention it.
Exactly, man.